Hello everyone, my name is Indrajit Singh, and in this complete course we are going to talk about how we can work with different services that Microsoft Azure provides. Okay, but before we exactly jump into the Microsoft Azure or its services, we need to understand what exactly is the cloud computing. Okay, because that's where it all starts. So if you talk about cloud computing, or if you're a normal person like me, okay, whenever we wanted to learn a new concept, what we do, we go and Google, right? And after Googling, the first results that you will get about cloud computing is from Wikipedia. And this is what Wikipedia says about cloud computing. And that's pretty easy to understand. They are saying cloud computing is on demand availability of computer system resources, especially data storage and computing power. So what they're basically saying is if you need something immediately, right? Especially if there are data storage and computing power. So if you need some computing power immediately, like you don't have to go to market to purchase some hardware, right? Or you don't have to go to market to purchase a pen drive or hard disk. You can easily get those things on cloud. Okay. And who will provide it? The cloud vendors will provide it. And one of the vendors are Microsoft Azure, or another is AWS or Google Cloud Platform. Okay. So to make it more, kind of in an understandable form, I will just go to next slide. Let's say an example, like you are a web developer, okay, or you can say you're an application developer. You made an application on Ubuntu, okay, that's a Linux operating system, and now you wanted to test the same thing on the another operating system like Windows 7 or Windows 8 or Windows 10, right? So the first thing that comes into your mind is like, do you have to go to market to purchase a CD of Windows, or also purchase the hardware, right? And then spend all of your money just for testing. And you also have to set up the hardware, right? You have to plug in the CD, install the software, or you can install the operating system. And then, of course, it will cost you some budget. And you are doing all of those things just to test your software, right? And you also have to spend a lot of your time to set upping that, and also to go to the market to purchase the CDs. Even you can purchase online, but still you have to give your some of your time to set up it, right? So the solution that comes into mind is cloud. Not this one. Okay, it's Google Cloud Platform, Microsoft Azure, Amazon Web Services as well. Okay, so these are the right now, if you see on the market, these are the three major kind of vendors that provides you all the cloud services that you need. Apart from there are a lot others like Heroku. There is IBM Cloud as well, but these are the most three that is most used as of now. So when you talk about let's say if we take Microsoft Azure into consideration, and of course if you think like why we are not using AWS and Google Cloud Platform, right? So there are a few differences in each of those, okay? And you can always, I'll share a link of an article where you can compare like which one is the right one to start with, okay? But in our case we are going to work with Microsoft Azure. So what will happen behind the scene, like this person, the Q developer, will request a CPU where Ubuntu, sorry, Windows will be installed by default, and some storage that he needs, and he will request this via internet to Azure data center. Okay, and in Azure data center there will be some hardware that will be ideal just for if any new customer comes and requests something, they can provide it. So they will provide you the CPU resources, like everything will be there, and they will give you a way to connect to it via internet. As simple as that. So basically, if you have internet on your computer, you can easily access your new created Windows machine just from your old Ubuntu laptop. Okay, or any laptop you are working with. Okay, you can easily connect with this Windows machine and test your platform, as simple as that. And once you tested it, you can just delete those resources. So the cost will be much less than the actual hardware that costs you. Okay, so this is how cloud computing works. Of course, we are going to see the more details, or you can say more benefits using cloud in the upcoming videos, but this is for now. So what Microsoft says about cloud computing is very simple. Cloud computing is the delivery of computing services, including servers, right? For example, if you're hosting a website, you don't have to maintain your own services on your own on premises, right? Then you have storage. For example, if you wanted to store your files online, you can easily store it using Azure Blob storages, and there are a lot of other services for that as well. Then you have databases. Of course, you can get immediate databases from cloud. Then you have networking. You don't have to worry about the actual wires. You can always utilize virtual networks, for example, to connect your different Azure resources within the Azure. Okay. Then you have software like your operating systems, Windows, Ubuntu, and you have analytics, for example, time series analytics and intelligence. Like there's a lot of machine learning services as well there that you can utilize. Okay, and all of these over the internet. All you have to do is just to get the internet connection on a local, and you can utilize any of these services very easily. Okay, you typically pay only for the cloud services you use, helping lower your operating costs, run your infrastructure more efficiently, and scale as your business needs change. Yep, and this is the right point. For example, if your websites gets more visitors than you expected, so there will be a chances like there will be a chance like your website is going to get down. But if you're using Azure or any other cloud service like to host your websites, so it's very easy to scale up your infrastructure that is working behind the websites. Okay, so of course we are going to cover a lot of this in the upcoming videos, but for now this is what cloud computing for you.